Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching this episode of Go Before You Don't. Welcome back. Right now I am at home in Scotland and I've been here for quite a while. I've been here for ages actually. I've been here since before Christmas, and the reason I haven't been filming or making any vlogs is because during that time when I was with my friends and family, who by the way I hadn't seen in over 3 years, I just wanted to be very present and not be distracted by trying to make a vlog. Not because I don't enjoy doing it, because you know I do, but I just didn't want to be rude and be focusing on that when I really wanted to enjoy my time with them, and I did have such a good time. But I just wanted to make this video right now to kind of recap on what we've been doing since our last video, which was in Sydney, and just kind of summarise all the key points, because we're about to start vlogging again. We had a wee break over Christmas and New Year and it's taken a wee minute to get back into it, but we're starting up again because we've got some really good travel plans for this year and we want to get back on the ball. However, I wanted to make sure that the timeline was all correct and just summarise all the key points between then and how we got to this point right now. So how did we get to this point right now? It started off back in New Zealand. Kalisi and I decided enough was enough. It was time for her to meet my family and for me to finally come back home and see my family for Christmas and New Year. We've just booked the flight to Scotland. We're leaving Sydney Airport on Monday the 10th of December. Very, very exciting. But the one thing I knew I wanted to do was that when I did eventually come home, I desperately wanted to surprise everyone. I'd met so many people on our travels who had done the same thing, and they'd filmed the reactions of their friends and family when they got home, and it just always looked so fun, and I always knew that I wanted to do that. So we decided that was definitely what we were going to do, and I started planting little seeds of lies to my friends and family in Facebook conversations. I made up a bunch of things. I said I was starting a new job and a bunch of fake start dates and stuff like that. Everyone was totally convinced, apart from one of my friends, my friend Ailey, who I don't know how she did it or how she knew, but she was completely suspicious the whole time and she could not be swayed. I didn't matter how convincing I was, she was 100% sure I was coming home, and I don't know how she knew, but she did. So back in New Zealand, we booked our flight to Scotland, and the prospect of coming home was just, oh man, it made me shiver thinking about it. It was just so crazy. But because Kalisi's family live in Sydney and she wasn't going to get the chance to see them over Christmas because she would be with me and my family, we decided to stop in Sydney for a couple of weeks and have some fun with her family before we flew to the UK. We actually took advantage of the duty-free section of the Sydney airport and bought a couple of new additions for our camera bag, and those additions were the amazing GoPro Hero 7, which is absolutely out of this world, incredible. I'd seen a lot of videos on YouTube about the stabilization, the hyper smooth stabilization, but to actually use it firsthand and see how good it was, it's blown me away. I absolutely loved this camera. We also got ourselves a drone, specifically the DJI Mavic Air, which is just perfect. It's so small. The size was a real big thing for us. We didn't want to be taking up a lot of room in our bag. We were toying around with getting the Mavic Pro 2, the new one, but it's just so big and it's double the weight. So for the quality you're getting from a DJI Mavic Air and the compact size, is just absolutely perfect. But in Sydney, we really wanted to try and put these new toys to the test and just play around with them a bit. So to do that, we organised a bunch of really fun activities to do with Kalisi's little sisters and her little brother. We had such a good time, but after 2 weeks of having fun in Sydney, it was time to board our flight to the UK, and it was, man, thinking back, I was so nervous. I was so nervous getting onto that flight because I'm coming home to little cousins who were 12 years old when I left, and they're now 15 going on 16 years old. It was just creepy. Just, they're totally different people now. One person actually did know that we were coming home, and that was my little brother James. He's 18 and he lives in Glasgow. And I had to tell him, I had to tell somebody, because we needed someone to help us surprise certain people. So, for example, my sister and my gran, they both live in a block of flats. Now, obviously, we want to surprise people face to face, you know, you want to see that reaction on their face and film it. But to get into the block of flats that my gran and my sister live in, you would have to buzz to get entry into the building, first of all. So I couldn't figure out how we were going to do that. I mean, I didn't want to surprise them over the building intercom, you know, it's just a bit of an anti-climax. So it was good to have James there. He would phone them up. He'd just like, oh, hey, I'm going to come round and see you for dinner tonight. And my sister was like, right, okay, we'll see you then. We got there, he buzzed, she let him in, and we just followed him inside, upstairs. And when he went round and they opened the door, we just pop out and go, surprise.
I'll be surprised. Alright. Hello.
Hiya. Michael!
I didn't know you were home. I didn't know you were home. Nobody does. Nobody does. Hi. So I can't even see. Oh my God! Can I help you, sir?
Fantastic! Oh boy! Oh Michael, oh boy!
Where you from?
Oh, you look amazing, son! You look amazing! Great seeing you!
Hello. Fantastic.
You're right. What are you up to? Hiya.
Excuse me. Surprise.
Oh my god!
Oh my God. So the one reason was coming. I'll stop filming now. I'll stop filming now. Enjoy that walk. Nice, did you?
What the hell? Oh!
Surprise! Don't mind me, I'm just a Oh, Ailey called on you, didn't he?
I saw you!
How
are you?
Good, how are you? Hi, Claire. He's Tommy there. Shh, he's Tommy there.
Hello, Tommy? Somebody here?
Hiya, mate. Yes! Surprise!
I literally watched your video this morning. The one
You
tree.
pervert.
I watched it this
Oh,
morning.
not that video. Right, sorry.
So after surprising all of my friends and family, we enjoyed a really nice Christmas day. We had a big family party, and for my family that means getting the guitars out, everyone singing and drinking and eating, and just general Christmas merriment all round. New Year's Eve was amazing, or Hogmanay as we call it in Scotland, was fantastic. We went out to a local pub. My stepdad and my uncle were both playing a gig there, and it was absolutely packed with tourists and locals all just having a really nice time. When it came time to count down to the bells, or bring in the bells, that's what we call it in Scotland, but the countdown to midnight, everybody came out of the pub into the middle of the square, the village square, and just this impromptu mad Kaylee broke out, and everyone swinging each other around and just dancing and drinking in the street. There was some fireworks going off, and it was just a lovely time. Someone brought up a set of pipes and was playing Auld Lang Syne on the bagpipes, and it was very small and understated, but like a big party, a really big party and a really fun time.
Happy New Year from Scotland 2019.
Obviously, I was very excited for Kalisi to meet my friends and my family, but I grew up on an island in Scotland called the Isle of Skye, and it's absolutely beautiful. And I was really excited for her to see where I grew up and take her on some of the hikes that we do in Skye. There's lots of mountains and lovely walks that you can do. I wanted to take her on a few of those and just kind of show it off a little bit because it is beautiful. But I did underestimate just how cold it would be for a little Australian girl in Skye over December and January. It was a little bit too frosty for her blood, but she has agreed to come back in the summer, so that's something we can look forward to doing together in the future. We did, however, manage to take the dog on a few nice walks. We went to the fairy pools, which is a really popular tourist destination on Skye.
Bruce, come, you stay here. Come here. Good boy. He's like, well, can we go? Stop taking selfies.
We also did part of the Old Man of Storr hike. We didn't make it all the way to the top because Kalisi was about an hour away from hypothermia.
This is the part of the movie where I just say, just leave me behind.
But to be fair to her, it was absolutely freezing, so I was struggling a wee bit myself. But we had a good time, and yeah, just a lovely, lovely place to go and take a walk. So if you haven't been to the Isle of Skye, I highly recommend it. Go before you don't. At least the dog had a good time, and he always enjoys his walks. My dog, his name is Bruce. He's a cavoodle or a cavapoo, whichever one you prefer to say. Cavapoo sounds a wee bit funny to me, so I always opt for cavoodle. But he's a lovely, lovely wee dog. Just such a good nature, and he's got a really nice, friendly character. Anyway, right now I am down in Glasgow. I'm staying at my sister's house, and you might have noticed that Kalisi is not with me. She actually left a couple of weeks ago. I don't have time in this video to explain why and where she is. So if you want to find out where Kalisi is, you'll need to tune in to our next video. We did film it, but I just wanted to make this video first so that everything was in a chronological timeline. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you did like it, please give that like button a wee smash. Let us know what you think in a comment, and make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss out on our future content. We've got a lot of exciting travel plans for this year, so we'll see you then.